So today we are doing another weight loss question and answer. So the first question I got submitted was, I want to go back to losing weight, but I have no idea where to start. Now, if you're following me on TikTok, you will see that I leave a lot, like daily weight loss tips and tricks, and I fully understand that it can be hard to know where to start, especially with there being so much information out there. So usually where I tell people to start is pick where you want to start, whether that's going to be your diet or your exercise. Now, for most people, I am going to recommend that you start with your diet. And not to like sound cliche or anything, but you know that old adage that you can't out exercise a bad diet. It's true. I always recommend starting with your diet first, because let's say that for some reason you end up getting sick or you have a surgery and you're not able to work out, and the only reason you were able to lose weight to begin with was that you were only working out. You didn't change your diet, you didn't pay any attention to that. You created a calorie deficit, meaning that you are consuming less energy that you're burning. You ended up creating that calorie deficit by working out all the time. You were running, you were lifting, you were walking as much as you could. You were really focused on your step count. But then bam, you end up having to do a surgery or anything like that. So when that situation happens, what usually happens, and a lot of people have experienced this, is that if for some reason you can't keep up your exercise regimen for a certain amount of time, maybe months, maybe a year or two, depending on what surgery you end up getting into, you'll end up gaining the weight back and then some. Versus if you were to start focusing on your diet first, well, if you ending up, let's say, not being able to exercise for a certain amount of time, then all you got to do is maintain the new lifestyle changes that you have made with your diet during the amount of time that you're not able to work out. Yes, your weight loss might slow or it might completely stop. However, at least you're not gaining all the weight back because you've stopped exercising and you're not able to move as much. And for most people, I find that it's not, yes, most people are more sedentary than they should be, but I find that usually that's not the main issue. Most people ended up gaining weight because their diets ended up straying, or they ended up, life happened and they ended up starting to consume more convenient food, more fast food, because as we get older, life gets busy, and sometimes we're just like, oh, like this looks healthy, I'll grab it from McDonald's, it looks healthy, it has some chicken in it, it has some lettuce in it, that's going to be my veggie for the day, that will cover me. But often in most cases, with most people's metabolisms, just doing convenient foods, fast foods, processed foods is not enough to maintain your weight, and you'll see your weight slowly creep up over the years. So if you are trying to get back into weight loss and you're looking at where to start, I would recommend picking either your diet or your exercise as your focus point. I often recommend that you start with your diet first, and then with your diet, you're going to try and add in more whole foods. Don't worry about cutting out anything. In a lot of these weight loss groups I'm in where I support women, I notice that when people do try and give advice, they're always like, cut out this, cut out that. When we start from a place of restriction, we start to get overwhelmed. We start to feel like, oh my God, I can't enjoy any of my usual foods and lose weight at the same time, which is completely untrue. So start by focusing on adding more things into your diet, adding more healthy foods into your diet, and then have your favorite foods in moderation, your more processed foods in moderation, and then you'll be completely fine. So that's where I suggest starting. The next question, by the way, drink your water. Hi, Core, how are you? How do I deal with getting super frustrated because I haven't lost as much as others? Of course, I'm still proud of what I have lost, but it's only been 36 pounds since January. Only? What? Okay, first of all, this is where for your weight loss journey, you've got to remember that it's you against you. You're not competing against anyone. There's no real timeline. I know a lot of people like, oh, I want to lose weight to like fit in my dress for my wedding or something like that. But for most people, there's no timeline to your weight loss journey. 36 pounds in 11 months is great. It is long-term, it is sustainable, it is slow weight loss, and slow weight loss is the best for long-term sustainable weight loss. So to have lost 36 pounds in almost a year, that's amazing. And the fact that you are sustaining it, that's even more amazing. Stop worrying about what other people are doing. There are people who may be losing weight faster. That does not mean that they are losing it in a healthy way. honestly, if people are losing weight faster than that, they're probably going to end up gaining the weight back. Be proud of yourself for your own accomplishments and stop comparing yourself to others. If you keep comparing your weight loss journey to what other people are doing, you're going to always think that what you're doing is not enough, and that is a very unhealthy mindset to get into. So for this, I would recommend just taking a step back and stop focusing so much on other people's journeys. I know when you're in a weight loss support group or when you are in a group coaching program, it can be easy to kind of feel like you're not doing enough. But believe me, any amount of weight that you are losing and it's working for your lifestyle is more than enough. You are doing great. And I understand the frustration, especially when you are looking around comparing yourself to other people. But please understand that you are doing great in your weight loss journey. Stop comparing yourself to others. It's going to really, really affect your mindset and just bring your mood down. Hi, William. Oh, thank you so much for the heart. I really appreciate it. All right, so we're going to move on from there. But the moral of the story is 36 pounds in a year is amazing weight loss. Keep on that. That is sustainable weight loss. And don't give up. Like, oh my God, social media honestly really can negatively affect how you're feeling about your weight loss progress, and that is a prime example. You've lost 36 pounds in a year and you still think it's not enough. Girl, come on, you are doing more than enough. Okay, so the next pre-submitted question. Okay, I need help. I have gained a lot of weight in a few months. By the way, if you are needing help, you're needing help with your weight loss journey and you really don't know where to go, I know these Q&As can only do so much. I do offer one-on-one coaching. Just pop into the link in my bio or head to my website, www.fitnessbeyondaesthetics. I have 6 affordable weight loss coaching plans. Pick what works for you, and the first session with me is always free. But she says, I need help. I've gained a lot of weight in a few months and I'm terrified how I'll lose it. I am at 190 pounds. I used to be 162 pounds just a few months ago. That is quite a bit of fast weight gain there. And I have no idea how to lose it. That's fair. She says, I can't work out much due to a bad back and a neck fusion. Please help. Okay. So honestly, this is why sometimes it's kind of hard to answer these questions because I can't get fully in depth, but I would be very curious to know what changed in the past few months that resulted in you gaining this weight and at such a rapid rate, because you've almost gained about 30 pounds in about 3-ish months or so. And this is where I am going to go back to what I said for the very first question, the first woman that we answered a question for, where if you are maintaining your weight or you are maintaining a calorie deficit to lose weight only by working out, in situations where you can't work out, this is where it becomes a problem because you can end up gaining the weight back really, really quickly. If you have not looked at modifying your diet so that you create your calorie deficit for weight loss through your diet. And I'm kind of getting a feeling that this is kind of what happened, because it sounds like she got a neck fusion as of late, and maybe due to surgical recovery, that might be why she wasn't able to maintain her weight and potentially gained weight so quickly. So like I recommended for the first woman who submitted a question, I would highly, highly, highly recommend taking a look at your diet. What has changed with your diet? What has changed with your routine? But take a look at your diet and see where you can start adding in whole foods. If you are on my page, you have heard me say many times. By the way, follow me if you're not following me already. You've heard me say many times, if you are looking to lose weight and you are not wanting to track calories, the best combination for every major meal that you have is to have a protein source, to have a whole grain source, to have a fiber source, and to have a source of fats in there, whether you cook your veggies in fat or something like that. But this combination of whole grains, protein, and fruits and vegetables is going to make sure that you feel full. And because protein has the highest thermic effect of food, which means that it burns the most calories through digestion, and it keeps you full longer because it is slower digesting, that will help keep you full and help you burn a few more calories during your weight loss journey. So if you're someone who really has no idea how much protein you're consuming a day, or no idea how much fiber you're consuming, or if you don't even really have a general awareness of how much food you're consuming through in a day, I highly recommend either start calorie tracking just for a month or so to get an idea, or use a food journal. And I do offer a food journal PDF template that's mobile friendly on my website. Just go to www.fitnessbeyondaesthetics.com to grab that, and or you can pop into the link in my bio if you're on TikTok or Instagram to grab that from me. But definitely having an awareness of how much food you're consuming, especially if you've gained 30 pounds in a very short amount of time like this woman has, is a really great starting point. And when it comes to exercising, because she says she can't work out much because she has a bad back and the neck fusion, you don't need to do vigorous exercise to lose weight. I always recommend trying to lose the most amount of weight through your diet, and then the exercise component is mainly for long-term health, but it can contribute to the calorie deficit. Making sure that you are getting in enough steps through the day is more than enough to lose weight. You can lose weight just by walking. I'm going to repeat that. You can lose weight just by walking. You don't need a gym membership. You don't need to go to a cycling class. You don't need to go and pay money to lose weight. Just walking and getting in enough steps through your day is more than enough. And if you are someone who's recovering from surgery like she is, then getting in your steps gradually through the day is the best option, because it sounds like she can't work out for long periods of time. So just try and get enough steps through the day. If you're going to be asking what's enough steps through the day, I always recommend starting to aim for 7K steps a day, and then go up from there. By the way, when I say that you're getting 7K steps a day, maybe aim more for an average, but that includes on the weekends too. A lot of people fall off on the weekends just because most of us like to rest on the weekends. And I totally understand you can rest on the weekends, but you can still get your steps in. I usually get about 11,000 steps in my apartment whenever I clean the apartment, so I'm very mindful of making sure that during the weekend I'm moving around the apartment. And if you have a house, usually you've got 2 levels or so, making sure that you're moving, cleaning up around the house, putting things away is how you can easily get your steps through the day while you are at home. But yeah, she doesn't need to necessarily go and do a vigorous workout, since her body right now can't stand a lot of vigorous workouts, but she can definitely lose weight by walking around and making sure she gets her step counts up. At the end of the day, for all of my clients, the goal is to end up averaging about 10,000 steps by the time that they're done their 6-month program with me, and all of them end up hitting it. So start with, whatever goal is easiest for you. Most people aiming for 7K to begin with, 7,000 steps to begin with is a achievable goal, and then you can go up from there. Then the next month you can aim for 7,500 steps, and then 8,000 steps, 8,500 steps, 9,000 steps, 9,500 steps, and then bam, before you know it, you are at 10,000, averaging 10,000 steps a day, and that will help with your weight loss journey. It's not going to be the main components of your weight loss journey, because I always recommend focusing on your diet first, but it will still help, and that is also great for your heart health and long-term health overall. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate you. This video will be reposted to my YouTube, iLaineyFlex. All of my social media handles are at iLaineyFlex, so definitely make sure to follow me on my Instagram, my TikTok, and my YouTube. I think that's it for now. Also, I have a Facebook page. It's not super active, but that's also iLaineyFlex. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for popping in, popping out, asking questions, interacting. Thank you so much for being here, Izzy. If you're looking for one-on-one weight loss coaching, pop over to my website, www.fitnessbeyondaesthetics.com, where I have 6 affordable coaching plans starting as low as $41 USD a month or $50 Canadian for my Canadian gals. And I am here to help women lose weight, reduce their stress, create a work-life balance, and really just end up losing weight in a sustainable way. I help you cut through all of the bullshit that's online. I help you make sure that when you leave my coaching program, you're going to be able to maintain your weight loss. And believe me, I am good at that. My client who finished with me 3 weeks ago messaged me, because we're besties now. After you coach with me for 6 months, we're besties now, okay? So you can just text me whatever. And she's like, I took 2 weeks off for a diet break. I love diet breaks. If you don't know what a diet break is, you got to coach with me. She took 2 weeks off for a diet break. She's still losing weight. She is hitting her 17-pound mark of weight loss. When she finished with me, she was at 12 pounds of weight loss. So it's going good. You gotta coach with me. She's amazing. Book her in abundance. Thank you, Izzy. I really appreciate it. So if you're looking for weight loss coaching, hit me up. If my prices aren't working for you, still hit me up. Message me. We will talk. We will work something out, because I am here to help as many women as possible reach their weight loss goals. And finances, honey, aren't going to be what gets in the way of your health and your long-term goals. So definitely hit me up. I'm always more than willing to do different payment plans to work out something so that I can help you reach your goal. And without further ado, that's literally it for me. I'm just going to do a little outro for YouTube, because why not? Okay, why not? But thank you for being here. or watch the other videos that are on the screen. This seems so weird doing it on TikTok. And I'll see you in the next video, in the next TikTok live. And you better make sure to follow me on TikTok if you've been in this live. Follow me for daily weight loss tips. Okay? Okay.